Sorry, I feel like this is all a bit of a shambles. The cat's not been very lucky for me so far, has he? Hello again, and welcome back to Marchman's Midlife Dolly Crisis. So today I'm going to be unboxing a doll which I didn't really think I would get. It's one in a line of dolls which I haven't had any of before now. I don't imagine myself getting any more of these, but it's because of the theme of the doll that I got her. If you've seen the title of the video, you already know which one it is, and possibly the theme of me getting her. So it is a Na 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 surprise doll. It seems odd. I think the packaging has changed since they had the title of surprise, because there's not really much of a surprise. I know that they originally came in kind of big, almost look like those sort of foil balloon things. So you had to kind of break them open and stuff like that. And I think there was even ones where you could blow it up and confetti would come out and also all sorts of weirdness. But the packaging, at least for this one and in this line of them, is basically just cardboard. There's no cover on it at all, which I find very odd, especially for dolls which are essentially kind of fabric dolls. So, you know, that could get easily marked. I mean, it's not. It's fine. She's fine. But I do find that a little bit strange. Even if it had just been a complete cardboard box, I kind of feel would have been better. But anyway, she's okay. She's actually a lot smaller than I thought. I don't know if these ones were smaller than the normal ones, or that is the size, because I think there is different sizes of them. But yeah, so the reason that I wanted her is because she is themed as the Japanese lucky cat, basically. I've got a few kind of lucky cat things. I just really like it. I really like sort of Japanese things anyway. And obviously I like cats as well. So that kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, I'm going to open her up and we're going to see what we think of her. She's called, by the way, Lilling Luck. Lilling Luck. If you have a stutter, which I sometimes do, that is not a great name to try and pronounce over and over again. Lilling Luck. So anyway, let's get her open and see what we think. So here is Lilling Luck, and obviously, as I mentioned before, her box is basically kind of as you see it. So I don't know how easy she's going to be to get out of the box. She does seem to have a lot of kind of plastic things keeping her on it, which, you know, is obviously important for her to stay in her packaging. But I thought we'd have a quick look at the back of the box and see what we've got. So basically, this is the front. This says Glam Series 2 at the top here. I don't know if my camera is focusing. I hope so. So yeah, so it's Glam Series 2. And then at the bottom, we have got an image of her. Here she is, holding her bell. So she has a little bell here. It's so weird being able to sort of touch the doll and see the doll without her being kind of covered up. That's kind of a really odd thing to me. So anyway, so that is the image that we have there. And then on the back, we have got an image of all the dolls in this series. So there are 5 of them, including her. So again, this is European packaging. I don't know what the packaging would look like in the American markets, but we have lots of different languages on here, which might mean that we are missing information that you guys have on yours. I don't know. So obviously we have her name, Lilling Luck, and then it says, I'm blessed with good fortune. And then we have it in like French, Spanish, German, you know, lots of different languages here. And then down at the bottom here, we've got underneath the image of the rest of the collection. It says soft fashion doll and pom purse, which is obviously, you know, this thing here. And that's kind of it. That's kind of all it says. It's got various websites and hashtags and all sorts of things. So, let's see how hard or difficult she's going to be to get out of the box. Okay, so here we go. Here she is. So, despite the fact that the packaging was quite simple, there were a lot of Kimble tags in it, which was, I would say, quite annoying, really. But, you know, there you go. I guess it's kind of one thing or another, really, isn't it? I don't know if it needed that many tags in it, but anyway, there was a lot. There was quite a lot. They were the ones that you can basically just cut, rather than the ones which are kind of, you know, stuck in their heads and things like that. I have to be honest, this feels like the weirdest doll. Only because I think we're just so not used to something being like a soft doll. It's just very strange to me. I mean, like I say, I basically bought her because I do really like the whole Lucky Cat character. I don't know if you call it a character, or, you know, the whole mythology of the Lucky Cat. So here is the doll herself. Now, the hat doesn't come off, and I think that's because she's bald underneath. I'm sure people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that if you take the hat off, she's got no hair, or she only has hair kind of around the outside, and she has no hair, you know, on the crown of her head and stuff like that. So that's a little bit strange, and a little bit sad, I guess. I would presume that means that the playability of these dolls is slightly different to other dolls. That said, her hair, the bit that she has, is very soft and very nice. There's no product on it at all, as far as I can tell. She does have this thing attached to her, which I don't know if I'd remove or not. It's attached by a Kimble tag, which obviously, you know, I love. I mean, is that really necessary? I don't know. I'm not sure. The back of her has a sort of a care label, I suppose. It's got plastic stiffener in, which I'm always a huge fan of, as you know. She has plastic around her legs, which I presume you have to remove. I've not done it yet. Maybe I should remove it. I have heard that the shoes can come off quite a bit though when it does get removed. So I might remove them shortly. I might not do it straight away. But yeah, so she does have a really pretty face. She does remind me of like Rainbow High and stuff like that, just because of the shape of the eyes. And the way that it's been drawn. The artwork is probably quite similar to Rainbow High as well, with, you know, the big eyes and the way the mouth is and the nose and stuff like that. But it's kind of amazing how much detail she does have, because all this is literally like, this is just printed on. You know, it's shaped a bit. There is some shape to it. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but you know, it kind of goes out towards the nose and then goes back in again around there. So it's very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how these dolls are actually made, the construction of them. And they do have joints as well. So you can turn her head round. Her arms do move. And her legs also move as well. I would presume she doesn't have that many points of articulation, but you know, that's still pretty good for a soft doll. She has articulation, which is amazing, and it's not just kind of, you know, it's not just wire in there. I presume. Her outfit. So her outfit is obviously meant to look like the whole Lucky Cat character. So she has this white hoodie on, which is really nice. It's white and it's kind of furry. She's got a kind of a fake bell around her neck. It's a shame that it wasn't a real bell, because I kind of feel that would have lifted it a bit. You can see that it's plastic, and it obviously doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it where you would have, so you could, you know, you can hear the jingling. It's kind of got like a bow here, which is stitched on. She has a bit of a green bib around the neck there. And then this is a hoodie. Obviously it's not a real hoodie, it's a fake hoodie. They have for some reason put Velcro on the back of the hoodie. I actually presume that's so you can maybe change the outfit. To me this wouldn't be a doll you would change a lot, if ever. Mainly because obviously you can't remove the hat. But there is Velcro in the back of this, so presumably you can put other things on her. And I think they have, let's take this off. I think they have like drawn on underwear. Okay, so yeah, so that is the hoodie that's come off. I'm presuming this is meant to be a hoodie. And it's not just meant to be like a kind of a sailor collar or anything like that. I presume it's meant to be a hoodie. It's actually quite cute. And it's got, obviously it's got this, I don't know what that is. I don't know what those symbols are. Then it might be her name, it might be like good fortune or something like that. And then there's these here. These, now I don't know if this is meant to be like golden coins, possibly. Don't quote me on that. I'm literally like winging it at the moment. I should have done some research before I did the video, but you know, why do that? We could just dive in and open the doll and make a fool of yourself. So yeah, so there's those there. So then she's got this kind of leather skirt on, or leatherette skirt, which again has Velcro on. Is that? Oh, okay. So let's put it to one side for just a second. So the skirt is black and it has red threading detail, which is nice. Red and black are always great colours to have together. I kind of hope you can see it. It looks a bit odd in this light, I admit. And then it's got a little stud, just kind of, I suppose, for the for the sort of the faux fastening of it. We do have details of like a belt and the belt straps, and they're kind of, I suppose, kind of a fly or a joint there. And we do have some more kind of red threading all over it. So that is the skirt. So let's have a look at her. So she has got underneath that basically a printed on costume or outfit or whatever. So she's got a little bra which is made, sorry, not made, it is red with kind of gold outline to it, and a little gold bow there. The gold looks like it's kind of got fake sparkles on it, which is quite cute. We've also got the same effect on the waistband of these sort of tights or leggings. And you can actually see the joints now as well. You can see where the joints are. So we do have the joints here at the hip here, and then we have these at the shoulder here. And then we do have the neck one. So the neck is actually just back and forth. There's no kind of like ball or anything like that. I think it would be difficult to do that with fabric. She does feel kind of hard inside, in that I don't know if it's stuffed. I don't know, or is it just kind of like plastic inside the body? I don't really understand. That's why I say it would be really interesting to see the construction of these dolls. But obviously I'm not going to rip her open to find out. So her leggings or tights or whatever they are have got the image of the Lucky Cat, which is really cute. It is very cute. So we also have some bracelets. I presume that they have some meaning. I apologise already that I don't know what the meanings are. So this one is a green and golden one with a red gem in it. And then this side we have a red kind of like, it looks like it's meant to be sort of thread. There's, I think, a Lucky Cat attached to that as well. And then we have a blue one here. The red bracelet, I know there's the whole red threads binding people together. That might be that. I do think that was Chinese though, so I'm not sure. So I'm actually going to remove the plastic on the legs, so I want to have a proper look at these shoes so that we can see them together. So I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So that was reasonably easy to get off. I don't know if they all have that on their legs. Maybe, I suppose because they don't have any other packaging really, do they? So, you know, things like shoes could easily come off. It's particularly weird because they are, soft-limbed and soft-bodied. So you know, you can remove the shoes. The shoes are actually quite cute. I don't know if you can see. So they've kind of, they're black and they have these big kind of like wedge heels on the bottom of them. And then they have, again, they have these red ribbons on. There is some red detail as well on the actual shoe. I would try and get some good pictures of them, and you can see those at the end. They've got like a buckle with some gold detail on there as well. So yeah, and obviously we have this hat. And the hat cannot be removed, because if you remove the hat, her hair is not going to be there. Which seems really odd to me as well. That is kind of the oddest thing. I think it's a shame if the hat is removed, because if I was a kid, I'd want to know what was underneath that hat. I wouldn't have the kind of the patience not to just rip that hat off and, oh, where's her hair? She doesn't have any. Oh, okay. At least let it be able to be removed rather than have to unpick it or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I do like the hat. The hat is quite cute. It's obviously like a faux fur, and we've got the orange and gold sort of spots. So, I mean, it's meant to be like, the Lucky Cat's meant to be like a calico cat. So, I guess, you know, the colours kind of go really well. But yeah, let me put her clothes back on and, oh, actually, let's see what's inside the bag. There might be something inside the bag. So, this is kind of a bag which I presume, oh great, I've just seen another Kimble tag, hold on. Okay, so this is a bag which I presume is for the person who buys the doll to use rather than for the doll, because obviously it's giant. The doll could probably fit in there. If you had a lot of patience, you might be able to... I'm not going to try and get her in. She couldn't fit in there. It's a shame. They could have had one that was big enough for her to fit in, and then, you know, she could be like a carrying case. It could be a carrying case for her. But that's not how it goes, I don't think. So, let's open this up and see what is inside. Try and pick these bits out as I'm going. There's supposed to be nothing inside. No, there's nothing inside. We basically have this big kind of collect them all, kids. Actually, this is a nicer image of all of them. So this actually does have the names on. So, so yeah, we have got Gianni Wild, who looks like he's a leopard. We have Tabitha Nakota, which is, that is a cat as well. They could have done a fox or something, couldn't they? I mean, they might have already done some animals already. I don't know. But anyway, that is a cat. We then have a mallard duck, which seems just bizarre, although I do actually really like the colours of that. So that is Mallory Duckington, who I actually went to school with someone called that. Obviously I didn't, because I didn't go to school. Then we have Lilling Luck there, and then we have Erica Featherton as an American Eagle by the looks of it. So yeah, so that is the whole range. I don't know what Glam Series 1 was. I don't even know if there's been any since then. But yeah, so that is it. It's kind of a poster, I suppose. There's nothing on the back, so you could probably put it on the wall if you were desperate for something to go onto the wall. But yeah, you could then use this bag for anything, really. There's a plastic bit in here, which is, I presume you can remove. Yeah, that's just to kind of give it shape. I thought she might come with a brush or something, unless I've overlooked that completely and it's in the box, it's on the floor. No, I couldn't see anything in the box, so I don't think there was any brush with her. I suppose she doesn't need it if she's only got that amount of hair. Let me get her dressed up and then we'll have a final quick look at her. So here we go. So this is Lilling Luck. I do like her. I don't hate her or anything. That's a glowing review, isn't it? I don't hate her. I think she's put together really well, and I think she would work nicely as a kind of a display doll. I don't know how she would work as a kind of a working doll, in that, you know, a kind of a toy that a child would be like throwing around and everything. Because she's fabric, I worry a lot about stainage on her. It's an odd concept, but, you know, she's not dissimilar to a rag doll in some ways, and obviously, you know, rag dolls were hugely popular at one point. But yeah, so I do like her. I went into this imagining that I wasn't ever going to get any more of these, and I'm coming out of it still presuming I'm probably not going to get any more of these. So what are your thoughts? Are you a fan of these? Do you have many of them? I think they would look nice on display, but I think as a play doll, or as one you would even like use a lot to sort of, you know, make clothes for or dress up or stuff like that, for me, I don't see that as a hugely kind of viable thing. I think I'd be worried about the more I handle it, the dirtier she's going to get, really. So yeah, as I say, I don't hate the doll. I do like her, and I think she will be a really nice display, possibly along with my lucky cats. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Please remember to like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please share the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you very soon for another video. And until then, I hope you have a great week. And I'll see you very soon. So from me and from Lilling, bye.